You know that feeling when a place, maybe a specific corner or just a street you walk down every day, is so familiar, like part of your routine.
Oh, absolutely, like an extension of yourself.
Exactly. And then someone who is also part of that picture, someone important, leaves. And bam, suddenly that same place feels weirdly different.
Foreign, yeah. Even though nothing looks different.
Right. The scenery is identical,
Mm.
but it feels like the air itself has changed. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into this really powerful narrative from Devin McClarty. It's called Loop Love. The block ain't the same since you left.
Mm.
And it's not just, a story about someone leaving. It digs way deeper into how people shape our world, and it introduces this really unique idea.
Yeah, our mission here is to unpack that. It's not just the physical leaving, is it? It's the massive shift it creates, like in the whole emotional feel of a place.
Totally.
We want to get into how just one person's absence can totally change the energy, as McClarty puts it, and make you really feel that loss, that irreversible change.
And this concept of the loop is key to that, isn't it?
It really is. It's how we're going to understand that deep connection and, well, the void when it breaks.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning, because McClarty sets the scene so well. Before she leaves, we get this really vivid picture of the block. What makes it feel so real, so familiar?
Well, she uses these like anchor points we all recognize, right? The same corner, same light pole, same half-broke bench outside the store.
Yeah, those constants.
Exactly. But it's not just that they're there. They're the backdrop, the stage for everyday life, for all those shared moments. It felt, permanent back then.
Yeah.
Solid.
And right in the middle of that scene is this unnamed woman.
Uh-huh.
The story says she's a consistent and familiar presence, always near those landmarks.
Right. Not just passing through. She was part of the furniture almost.
So what makes her stand out? How does McClarty make her feel so vital?
Well, one thing that really struck me is how she's described almost like a part of the atmosphere. The narrator says she had this laugh that made the air warmer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not just about sound, it's about feeling. Like she literally brought warmth, brought life to the block. It tells you she had this huge impact on just the experience of being there.
Laugh that made the air warmer. That's just,
Rah!
yeah, it's perfect. You
Yeah.
immediately get a sense of her. But then there's this other incredible detail,
Mm-hmm.
how she wore heartbreak like jewelry, loud, proud, and unbothered. That imagery just stops you in your tracks. What does that tell us about her?
It's such a powerful metaphor, isn't it? It suggests someone who's been through things, sure, but doesn't hide it. Like the heartbreak is part of her, but she wears it openly, maybe even defiantly.
Yeah, unbothered.
Right. It points to this incredible strength, this authenticity. She's not pretending. And for the narrator, seeing that must have made her seem so incredibly real, magnetic even.
So she wasn't just someone the narrator watched from afar.
No, definitely not. The story mentions this playful dynamic. She'd clown the narrator for not knowing her favorite candy bar.
Right. Such a small thing, but it says so much.
It really does. It's shorthand for closeness, isn't it? Like, they had their own little world, their inside jokes. It shows they had history, real affection.
That easy banter.
Exactly. It proves her presence wasn't just on the block. It was deeply in the narrator's life. A really key part of what we later understand as the narrator's loop.
Okay, so we have this rich, warm, familiar scene, this vibrant connection,
Yeah.
and then it just stops.
Yeah.
The woman disappeared. Just like that. No big explanation, no goodbye.
Yeah.
She's just gone. What's the immediate effect?
It's instant and profound, even though all the physical stuff is the same. The corner, the light pole, that bench the block immediately feels foreign.
Foreign. Wow.
Yeah. Not just quiet, but fundamentally wrong. The narrator says the energy is dead. It's like the life force has just been sucked out of it.
So the place itself feels like it's grieving, almost.
You could say that. It shows how much our sense of place is tied to people. Her laugh made the air warmer. Her absence makes the energy dead. The physical things are still there, but they're empty without her.
It really drives home how much our reality is shaped by connections, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Place isn't just coordinates on a map. It's this shared experience. And when a key person leaves, the whole experience changes.
And at first, the narrator kind of resists this change, right? They tell themselves she'd be back.
Yeah.
That hopeful waiting period.
Yeah, and that's so human, isn't it? That denial. We want things to go back to normal, back to the way they were.
We hate disruption.
Exactly. Especially when it's unexplained. You cling to that hope that the loop, that familiar pattern, will just restart itself. It shows how much we depend on that consistency.
But eventually, something happens that makes the permanence undeniable. And it's not some big dramatic moment, is it?
No, and that's what makes it so powerful, so real. The moment of truth comes when the store on the block stopped selling her favorite snack.
Just stop selling the candy bar.
Yeah. Seems tiny, right? But for the narrator, that's the final nail in the coffin. It's the concrete proof she's not coming back. It's like the world itself is acknowledging her permanent absence.
Wow. A candy bar becomes this symbol of irreversible loss. It makes you think about those little details in your own life, doesn't it?
Totally. It's the final piece of evidence that denial just can't fight anymore. The hope is gone. The shared ritual tied to that snack is gone. The world has moved on without her.
And it's right at that moment, with that realization, that McClarty introduces this core idea. The narrator understands she wasn't just gone, she left the loop.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is the loop? It feels like more than just saying she's gone for good.
It is. It's much deeper. The loop seems to be this very personal shared reality, like a mini universe built between specific people.
Yeah.
Think of it like all the inside jokes, the routines, the places, the unspoken things, the whole rhythm they had together that was their loop, a unique world they co-created.
So she wasn't just in the narrator's life.
Yeah. She was like a co-architect of that specific reality. So for her to leave the loop, it means that entire shared world, their specific version of reality, just ceases to exist for the narrator. It's not just saying goodbye to a person. It's like a whole dimension blinking out of existence.
Yeah, that's heavy. So it's like a piece of the narrator's own reality is just gone too.
Exactly. It hits on how tied our identities are to these connections, these loops. When someone leaves, especially someone so central, it's not just losing them, it's losing the version of yourself that existed in that loop.
You have to figure out who you are without that reflection, without that interaction.
Right. It's a fundamental shift. That shared narrative is suddenly cut short, leaving this void. The love loop is broken, yeah, but
Right.
feels like part of the narrator's universe just got wiped out.
So going back to the block then, after she leaves the loop, those familiar landmarks, the corner, the light pole, the bench, what do they become?
They become hollow, I think. They're not comforting anymore. They're just empty reminders of what's gone.
Like ghosts of the past.
Sort of, yeah. Empty signifiers. The physical things are there, but the meaning, the emotional weight she gave them, it's all drained away. The familiar becomes almost haunting.
And yet the narrator remembers everything so clearly. Her laugh, the way she wore heartbreak, the candy bar.
Memory becomes this powerful, almost painful thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It keeps her alive in a way, shows how deep the connection was, but it also just highlights the emptiness now. It makes the loss feel even sharper.
This whole story, this deep dive into loop love, it just paints such a clear, aching picture of how tied together our physical worlds and our emotional worlds really are.
It really does. We've traced it from that vibrant life, that shared loop, to the shock of absence, that small, crushing detail of the snack disappearing, and finally this idea of leaving the loop.
That irreversible departure from a shared reality.
Yeah. It's a stark look at the mark one person can leave, and how their absence can make the most familiar place feel completely alien.
It really makes you feel it, doesn't it? That weight of absence, how a place you know so well can just lose its soul.
Which kind of brings up a question for all of us, maybe. What loops are you part of, right now? What makes your own block, whatever that is for you, feel alive? Who are the people who co-create that reality with you?
And what would it really mean? How would things change if someone important were to suddenly leave one of your loops?
Yeah. How would your world shift?
Definitely something to think about. Reflect on the people, the places, the connections that make up your own personal loops.